Alright guys, so this is my 240SX. It's a 1989 and I got it off of Craigslist. Bought it with a blown motor, and I just ended up popping a 91DE in it. Runs like a champ. And as good as the interior is, I've been thinking on and off, should I really do this, should I really not, but made my decision, and yeah, I'm going to do it. Purchased the roll cage, and this is where I'm starting, inside and out, inside to outside, and here goes my journey. Alright, so here goes a continuation. Got the rear end gutted and stuff, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is removing the center section back here, removing this carpet and all that, and see how it looks after that, and clean it up. And I still need to decide if I'm going to be removing my dash or not, to be removing my HVAC system. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do that, but either way, the cage that I have, there's no need for me to remove the dash. I can work around it, so we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna see how I feel as I go with this, so here goes. Alright, another day. So I guess for today I'm going to start off getting some dry ice and putting down on the floorboard where I have all the sound deadening, and I'm going to try that method out and see if it works. Hopefully it does. Clean that up, and then I'll try the upper section of the floorboard and the passenger side, and hopefully I have enough dry ice to finish the whole thing. I only got 10 pounds, so I'll keep you updated to see if I need 10, 20, or however much I use. So here it goes. Dry ice time. Alright, so the past couple months I haven't been filming much, only because the weather's been crazy and I haven't dedicated a lot of time to finishing the build. So pretty much the stuff that I didn't film, which I didn't think was too important because it was just going to take a lot of footage for the small stuff I was doing, is just getting the south bending removed as best as I can. And then I with dry ice, and then I use a wire brush and on a grinder and remove that, and got some acetone and remove as much of the sticky stuff I can, and got it to the point where I'm ready to weld. So I have a welder here, and I'm going to go ahead and start marking my section where I'm going to stitch weld, and let's see what happens. And once I get this done, you know what time it is. Time for that roll cage. So let's see.
So I don't know where to start. It's been 5 months since I finished the interior, and I've been dailying the car to work and drive it hours and hours, and so far it's treated me very well. I've done a lot of other things to the car, but I plan on possibly showing more details in later times. There's a lot of content that I did not put in the making of this video, only because I didn't have the footage. It's just very time consuming, and I don't know if you can relate, but I would reach a point where I had this deadline in my head of I need to finish this section and this section by the time the sun goes down, and if I didn't, I would get very anxious, like I would go crazy. So I had to make sure, and I didn't have time to position the camera, record here, do a quick thing, go back, different angle. It just got frustrated. Like I felt like if I wasn't going to finish the car that same day, whatever I wanted to do, I was going to die or something. So it was like that. So I was just like, no camera, I'm just going to work. And then I got to the point where I finished it, and I was like, you know what, I wish I had more footage. And I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But about the other sections, I hope to make more videos soon and be able to integrate it. But for now, I mean, that's it. Let's see some feelings. How I feel about it. Just some randomness, man. It feels great. It's something I've wanted for a long time. So for 9 years, I've wanted a 240SX. I finally was able to get my hands on one. It laid in my backyard for another 6 years, I think, to the point where I was just like, I might as well sell the car because it's rotten. It's starting to rust, and it's gonna be no good. And I was like, you know what? It's gonna happen. And so next thing you know, I make it happen. And all this that you just saw took me 1 year. So it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy. You'll see where I was wearing sweaters. I was wearing short sleeves. But it's just one of those things where I just never gave up. And I kept going, and one thing came after another. So I wasted so many days because of besides the weather, but certain tool I didn't have. And on this, I would literally work 1 to 2, sometimes 3 Saturdays of a month, and that's why it took me so long to finish it. And of course, it's the first time me ever doing something like this, but I could say I did it, and that feels real good. So don't think it's an overnight thing. When you see all these influencers and stuff, people posting all these things, I mean, it can be, I guess, with money and more help and stuff, but at least for me and my folks' backyard and stuff, just took me a while, but hard work. Like, there's tears somewhere, and the material in here, and maybe some blood and some FUs, a vibration stuck in the chassis. But yeah, just don't give up. Don't give up. So if it's a goal of yours that you have to do something like this, don't give up. Easier said than done, but don't give up, man. So hope you enjoyed.